Hello and welcome back to PL2W Extra, where we will be reviewing the F1 weekend in the first race of Bahrain. Now, I think we should move on to qualifying first, where Lewis Hamilton took pole from his teammate Valtteri Bottas. I think Lewis Hamilton deserved the pole. He was out-qualifying everybody from the first round, really. So I think he deserves it, not much to say there. Max Verstappen in third. I think Alex Albon will be pretty happy qualifying behind his teammate on the second row of the grid. Perez in fifth, Ricciardo in sixth. Another good performances from them. Another good performance there from also Ocon, who can get behind this teammate and they could score some real good points for the battle in third place in the championship. Then Gasly out-qualifies his teammate Daniel Kvyat in 10th with Lando Norris sandwiching them. Vettel in 11th. We'll be pretty happy, actually. I think if you're not in the top 10, you wouldn't be in the 11th, so you get the free choice of tyres and you can really go, because I think that it's a good Bahrain circuit. Then he out-qualifies his teammate Charles Leclerc. I think that's a huge surprise to see both of the Ferraris in a power-sensitive track out in Q2. But I think that really is a nature within this season. They haven't had a very power-sensitive car this season. Lance Stroll, another major surprise there in 13th place. I think with a very able Racing Point car, he should be looking to get out of that Q2 and get into Q3. I think that should be a given. But I'm going to forgive Lance Stroll today because he got pole last week. Then George Russell in 14th, another Mr. Saturday performance where he out-qualified his teammate again, and I think he did well. Carlos Sainz picking up a grid penalty, so he could only manage 15th place after I think it was his brake failed in Q2, and the session was red flagged. Then Giovinazzi in 16th out-qualifies teammate Kimi Räikkönen in 17th. Then Magnussen out-qualifies Grosjean in 18th and 19th, with Latifi coming last. And now we will move on to the race. It was an eventful race, and I think we'll just take a moment to reflect on Romain Grosjean's horrific crash. Going into turn 3, he was racing side by side to Kvyat. His car went, it hit the barrier, and it just exploded. Thank God he's okay. He got out of the car, and he was driven by the fantastic medical staff away to the medical centre and to a hospital where he is believed to have got suspected broken ribs, just a couple, and minor burns. So thank God he's okay, and there's not anything too major. But just before we get on to my other talking points and discuss the other images and discussing Hamilton winning, just an interesting thought. Who could we see replacing Grosjean for the next race? Because he won't be fit to race next weekend in Bahrain. So I think there are 3 names that are coming up in discussion quite a lot. I think Fittipaldi is one name who looks sure to take that race next weekend. But then could you also see the Ferrari Formula 2 duo of Callum Ilott or even a Mick Schumacher coming back to take his place? It would be good to have another Schumacher on the grid, but I think, all 3 of them are good drivers, and it would be good to see how they go in their first experience of Formula 1. And now moving on to our second talking point, Stroll is turned upside down by Kvyat again. So Stroll was doing really well. He's racing Kvyat for position. They touched, they crashed. Kvyat just carried on. Stroll turned round. Stroll's car turned round, but he was okay again, and he had to retire from the race, which calls for a safety car. Then Perez had a failed turbo. Which left another safety car to close out the race, which meant another Hamilton win. Hamilton's 94th win of the season, matching his 98th pole position here. And he really is going on something special. I think 100 wins by next season maybe, and then even 100 pole positions by the end of this season. It's really something phenomenal for Hamilton, and I think we got much more videos on how great Hamilton is and about speculations for the next season coming up. But just about speculations for the next season, I think Albon maybe has got more chance of getting another drive for the Red Bull next season, as he secured a podium. I think it was a brilliant podium from Albon from start to finish. He just looked classy today. I think of other times I've criticised him of not knowing when to overtake, when to keep a cool head, when to conserve, and I think today he showed me that he could keep a cool head. He knows when to overtake, he can manage his tyres and play a very good game. Although, yeah, he was arguably helped out by Perez's crash here, but he capitalised on it, and I think fourth would have also been a very good result for him. And I think with that, I now wrap up today's F1 report. So thank you for watching and goodbye.